X VHS video rental copies on review as I send another tape that I've had in my archives waiting to send out to a friend of mine. This one is getting ready to be mailed off shortly, so I had to squeeze in a video review because I've never watched it before. I picked this one up sometime last year. I am talking about a Chuck Norris action-packed adventure. Good Guys Wear Black in the traditional video rental style clamshell hard case, complete with Be Kind, Please Rewind. This one was originally a rental in Oakland at Front Row Video, 4364 Piedmont Avenue, 415 area code. Good Guys Wear Black. 1978 this movie was made. Released in June. I think it cost $1 million to make. I did not look at how much it grossed at the box office. Is that bad? Okay, this time, unlike my last video review, I am going to read in real time the back of the box. It says, "The CIA can't afford John T. Booker alive." And this is probably one of the most best pivotal moments in the entire movie. Not really pivotal, but I was cracking up. He is kicking through a car windshield, roundhouse kick, killing the guy he was fighting with. Undefeated 6-time world karate champ Chuck Norris stars as John T. Booker, an ex-Vietnam commando whose war actions have landed him on the CIA's top hit list. So basically, this movie was directed by a guy named Ted Post, who, based off my research, did a lot of TV shows in the 60s and 70s. Like I said, 1978. This was probably one of the worst VHS copies I've ever seen. The prints were very faded. I don't know if it was just because of it's an old tape or heavy abuse. It had a really awesome 70s detective era movie soundtrack that I loved. And this Major Booker is set up by the government. That this movie had really deep philosophical points where you realize through Vietnam and other things in the U.S. government, you're just a pawn and they don't care about you. Military-industrial complex type of thing. So him and his guys at the end of the war are supposed to go rescue a bunch of POWs. They're set up. There was no POWs to be rescued. And then 5 years later, you see him as a college professor, and then his core group of Vietnam buddies start getting picked off one by one because there were some back channel dealings anyway. It had some golden age actors. Well, I don't know if one of them is, but Dana Andrews, who I always remember in another great movie from 1946, The Best Years of Our Lives. He plays some government bureaucrat named Edgar Harold. He makes an appearance in this movie. And Thurston Howell III, Jim Backus from Gilligan's Island fame. He has a cameo as a doorman. So there you go. IMDb, 5 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes panned it, 17%. Google reviews, 78%. And I'm kind of more along the lines of agreeing with the Google review people. It was enjoyable. Was it the best movie in the world? No. That would be reserved. Watch my review on the Sidney Poitier movie, The Organization. Terrible. This movie was very watchable. It is... How long is it? This is me not preparing for my... 96 minutes long. So, you know, if you have an hour and a half, you could stream it, I think. I looked it up. Maybe the copies of streaming are better than this VHS copy. Great box art. Love it. This movie, it was like a popcorn flick. It's so cheesy. It kind of basically wants to showcase there's not a lot of violence. It just seems cheesy when there is violence. People get blown away, but it's just kind of like, okay, sometimes people freak out and they get upset when people get shot, and other times like someone gets taken out by a sniper and no one even knew what was going on. But then Chuck Norris has to bust out these karate moves and roundhouse kicks everybody to the face, just laying waste to everybody in his path, including someone driving a 1970s Toyota Celica right at him. Boom! Roundhouse kick through the face, right in the windshield, kills the guy dead. And you're just like, wow, that was so stupid, but I laughed and I enjoyed it. And I feel like this is pre-Chuck Norris having a beard. He reminded me of Robert Redford and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. They were I felt like his look, they were trying to kind of give him a similar Robert Redford look. He's a pretty good actor, though, Chuck Norris. I enjoyed it. I am going 3 out of 5 on this review. Like I said, is it the best movie in the world? By far, not even close. But is it worthy of a 17% Rotten Tomatoes? Those guys are idiots. They don't know what they're talking about. It's enjoyable. I'm sure some people think this is a classic. They even say right here on the back of the box, they tell you it's a martial arts classic, and it was obviously good enough to be a video rental for years. As you can tell, it's super faded. Action-packed. Until next time, folks, check it out. Comment down below if you are into Chuck Norris movies. I have another one in the docket, Invasion USA, that my buddy Jonathan wants me to review, so we'll get to that soon. Until next time, goodbye.